Hello everybody, Zeph here with Zeph's Trading. Hope you guys are doing well today, February 28th, 2024. Going to do the daily chart, then the 2000 tick chart for our chart review. So let's jump right into this. Let me scroll in here. Finally, a little bit of pushback here, kind of getting to our green band here at 50.67. Sorry, 50.67.20. And looks like, bulls came in, pushed it back up, closing on its upper 1/3 on today. So we have some consolidation here, a little overlapping. We don't know if we're going to go higher, make fresh all-time highs, or finally kind of get back down to the lows here at the 21 EMA. So that's kind of what it's looking like. I'm still expecting basically a break of the all-time high, push again up to 51.50. That's pretty much my target at the moment. Unless something changes and we get a huge move below basically this support here, then I'll start thinking that, we're probably going to start selling off some more. But still bullish. And other than that, let's jump over to the 2000 tick chart. Okay, over here at the 2000 tick chart, this is what it looks like for today. Trading range, a little push up, very big swings overall, and then back into our basically trading range. Overall, we had some really good trades for today, so let's just jump right into it. Pre-market, you had a sell-off that came on down here. We found a low, at 5 in the morning, pushed itself back up. You got a clear visual two-legged pullback, as you can see right there. 8:30 is kind of where people really start coming in. Again, just very choppy here. I don't see anything in this range that I would like to get into. So market opens, push back down. We have 2 touches here. So this is where I start seeing that we basically are going to start forming a trading range. And then, as market opens, again, bounce off this trading range here at 50.68. And we have a nice strong trend up. Break, look for a new high. We get a failed breakout. Again, this trading range then forms here, as you can see. And then this is where I take my first and only trade on the day. Got a pretty decent runner in my opinion. And what I saw here was a counting from our high here. So I already have my something to note here is, we're not just pattern traders. We are context traders, and the pattern just sets up. So we have an uptrend, break, new high. I also see this as a trading range. Breakout, failed breakout, pulls back into our trading range, resets my count. I have a first entry long. Watching this live, it broke lower, then higher. Nice bullish bar closing on its high. I'm like, okay, bulls actually might push this, and we get a new high here. Then I see it fails, closes down. We get a break below that. So not only do I have a first entry long, pulls it back, second entry long, fails, lower high, failed second entry long. I also have a first entry, second entry short. Now, this isn't a trading range. This is right at the midline and the 21 EMA. So can price easily just come up, revert right, and make a new high and back up? Possibly. I simply saw this as the trend, as this uptrend has already played out. I clearly see we're in a trading range, and I expect a price move at least back down to test the lows. And so that's when I enter with a limit order. After this breaks, this is where I enter with a limit order. I make sure my stop is 1 tick above my signal bar right here. And that's exactly what I do, right above 1 tick above it. And so I'm risking 8 ticks or 2 points to make on my initial 2 contracts 2 points, and I get my scalp. It does make again, just to reiterate this whole entire system so you can see this clearly, because this is a pretty good learning lesson here. Uptrend, break. Also, you have a double top, so it resets the count, but you have a uptrend, break, trading range, failed breakout, tries to go up, comes back down. I have a first entry, second entry short. I also have a first entry, second entry long, fails, lower high. This is a lower high than this low. Sorry, not lower high, higher low. This high, and then you have this high, and this high is lower than that previous high. So a lot of good context here, and we're on the top of the range. So I throw a deep limit order in, scalp for 2 points, risk 2 points, 1R. My runner then gets a total of 2 more points, so I get a total of 4 points. And that's the trade I took for today. So I hope I explained that clearly. I hope you understand this. If you don't, please in the comment section below, let me know. Okay. Anyways, then you get a move down, break, you get a new leg, and then this is when I see this trade here, and I see a triple test. So I see 1, 2, 3. You also could argue that this is a new high, so you have a first entry long, pulls back, second entry long. I always want to see this tick below the price and then revert back up, but this is still a pretty good trade, and no matter what, it's still a triple test. Then I see a first entry short, pulls back, second entry short, and you can't take that second entry short. It's not in context, and it's not a good signal bar. Then I see this nice bullish bar closing up. I wish it closed a little higher, but I called this real time, and then we got an inside bar, got all of the stops out here, shot up, came down, and led to a nice move. Again, back in the direction where? In the trading range, and that's where we're at, in a trading range. So I saw that, called that live, which was, nice, and hope somebody caught that in the Discord. Then, you see this first entry, second entry short, and, there might be an argument to be made here. First, you have 1, 2, 3 touches. I think that's an aggressive trade, but, you might take that. Then you get a move down here. I'll make that khaki. You have a down move here. Break up, you get a first entry, second entry long, it fails. You could also argue first entry, hidden second entry short, but this is also really congested here, so you have to be careful of that. Congestion above that point, you have this nice bullish bar closing on its high, but never ticks below. Finally, where do we go? Right back to the midline here. This is just a good signal bar. It's coming back to the midline. You have your leg down, break. You got your new low, a couple legs, got a new low. Again, that's an aggressive trade, but, if you saw that, you might take that. Okay, then we get a upward trend. We finally get out of this trading range. We're expecting a break into it, but price is holding nice and clear above the EMA. Then you get this pattern here, which is something to be noted of as you're watching price action live. You have a outside bar closing on its low, breaks, bullish bar slams up, closes on its high. The bulls are still in control once you see this nice price action move there. You get a nice move up, again, break, couple legs to a new high. Climax ends with multiple bars closing on its high. Then you basically kind of get this double top here and sells back off to the EMA. You get a downtrend, break, new low, comes and tests where? Nice back to the congestion point. So that's something to, as you're watching price action, swing lows, swing highs, and where the congestion is, price usually comes and tests that. Okay, then you get a nice move up, break, new high, and then, you get this basically double top here. Comes down, you get a, counting from our high here, we get a first entry long, pull back, and, you might take this lower high. It's kind of right into the EMA, though, so you have to be pretty careful of it. You might also say this is a triple test across the top here, so... But the pattern is still set up here, and the context was good as we're looking for a reversal since our double top is right here, and we have an uptrend break new high already played out, and the downtrend then comes into play here. You have a first entry long, pulls back second entry long, and it fails. Nice signal bar closing on its low, huge rejection off of our 2 key entry points. Then we sell off here. You also get this bar, kind of that just confirms that this move is not finished yet as well, with a outside bar closing on its, it's not closing on its low, but it's closing at least on its 1/3. Then you get a move down, price way below EMA here, as you can clearly see. And where does price go? Right back to our trading range and our midline. Then we get a really nice trade here with our first entry short, pulls back, second entry short. You have a little congestion here. But once you see this bar, I would even add on to a position if I see that bar closing. So then you get a nice second entry short, and we get this nice kind of triple test here. No good signal bar though. You get a nice uptrend, break new high. Then you also get, if you're counting, up bar. This is all one move, right? You have a hoagie here as well. You have a first entry, pulls back, breaks up, breaks the hoagie. You have a double top, triple test. 1, 2, 3. So you have a triple test off this resistance line. And then you also have a break, failed hoagie coming down. So the context is really good. Uptrend already played out. I like this trade. This was also a really great trade to see with a clear room back to the EMA at minimum, or most of the time it'll come right back down to the low of where the hoagie's inside. The big bar is holding all the rest of the bars. Okay, so then you get a first entry long. You don't really get a second entry long or anything. You get a lower high that comes a little later. Sorry, a higher low that comes later. But nothing else. Then you get a nice move down, break, first entry, pulls back, second entry short. Also just wonderful trade here. Did a little congestion, across the board here, but outside bar closing. Not outside bar. Huge bearish bar closing on its low. That's a really good signal bar. And you also have a matching double top there. Anyways, break, new low. You have a pretty aggressive trade here, which is a first entry, second entry short. Now, some people's signal bars might have been better than others, but mine wasn't. So in that case, it's an aggressive trade, and you're right at the midline. So you might only have room for 4 ticks. Luckily, this goes, and you basically create this 3-wedge pattern. But again, still a very aggressive trade. Then it leads, also this is past 2 o'clock. And then this second entry short is about 20 minutes past. So, that's something to be argued there. I think the setup is really good, though. This one, not so much. And then you really don't get anything else. And then that's when it goes into the closure of the day. But then you just get this, uptrend break. And then it kind of just makes this trading range here with some resistance at this line here. And then sells off. And then market comes. And now that's where we're at for right now. So that's how I saw it today. A little bit of a longer video, but some really good information here and how the trade set up. It's very clean price action. And I wish I would just trade it a little bit longer, but I had things to do. So unfortunately, I didn't get any of these trades, but hopefully tomorrow's price action would be good. It seems like I've noticed that the price action, really picks up around after lunchtime for the New York session, about 1:30. And that's just how it is. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this chart review, and I will see you guys tomorrow.